welcome to The Businessman with me, Ben Shephard.
And me, Joel Dommett.
You are looking very sexy today, Joel.
Do you think so?
I feel like you've just got out of bed and climbed out of bed and straight into the chair.
Stop it, Ben. I actually, look, to bring it back to skincare, I actually doubled up on a bit of tinted moisturiser today.
I can tell you're looking healthy. You've got a little glow about you.
I'm just starting. It's that time of year where I'm starting to look dead. Do you know what I mean? Like dead. I wake up and I look at myself and again, I don't know if it's an age thing. I look at myself and I said to my wife, I was like, I feel like I'm just going off the precipice.
Over the edge.
You know, like I want to talk to you more about this. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I'm now 40
So unlike us to get
and I feel like it's 40 the time where I'm now I'm like trying to work out and I'm not seeing the effects as much, I'm trying to do things to help my face, and it's not working as much, and it's I'm really anxious, Ben.
Well, let me tell you, it's worked.
Oh, thank you.
You're looking mighty fine.
Yeah, and I've just roughed up my hair a little bit.
That's what I think I like.
Yeah.
A little bit rough and ready.
Rough and ready. As you come straight from this morning, you always look prim and proper and beautiful.
Well, because I've been primped and preened to within an inch of my life to put you in front of the cameras for the nation. They do not want to wake up with me how I look first thing in the morning, which, quite frankly, is beyond dead.
You are.
I have been exhumed most mornings.
Can I just say, you are absolutely, I don't know if I've ever told you this, you're so great on that show.
Oh, thank you.
You and Kat are just so bloody trustworthy and lovely, and you know, like if I didn't wake up at 6:30, I would very much enjoy waking up with you guys.
I feel like we're always ready for you to wake up.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the thing that happened when I used to work at GMB? For 10 years, for 20 years on and off, I did the breakfast show. And the amount of people that you'd walk past and they'd say, "Oh, all right, Ben, I was naked when I saw you first this morning." Regularly. "Oh, woke up with you this morning, Ben. And nice to see you with your clothes on." All the time.
That's so funny.
And then all you can imagine is this person going, "All right, Ben, I was naked when I saw you this morning." You're just imagining the person who's been shouting at you from a van.
Yeah.
Start naked with the telly on, having a cup of tea. Do you know what? It always makes you smile. It always puts a little...
It's a spring in your step.
Spring in your step.
It's funny, those things that people think that they think they're the only person to say that to you, but you actually get it sort of 5 or 6 times a day.
Jump so free, Ben.
Yeah.
You must take it
off. Take it off. Did I tell you that? Have I told you this on this podcast already? I had to get a gate. Did I say this?
No.
So I had to get a gate because I just had a little driveway.
Yeah.
And
the bus goes past.
A kids basically used to come into my driveway, knock on my door and go, "Take it off, take it off, take it off," and run away. And so I had to buy a gate.
And they play Masked Singer Knockdown Ginger.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Take it off. Oh, take it off, Joel. Take it off. Take it off. I had to buy a gate, and
so you blocked them out now.
I asked my accountant, was not allowed to make that a tax.
What? Not tax deductible?
And I was like, look, if I wasn't on Masked Singer, that surely...
But a part of the gate must be, like
10% of the gate.
10%, 20%. At some point, we'll get someone in who can advise us on these things. That's what I think.
We did some press, didn't we, this week?
We've had a great week. So we went on lovely Lorraine show, which was great fun. Although she did try and kill us.
Yes.
The tortellini martini.
Absolutely disgusting.
What on earth was that about, Lorraine?
It's one of those things that, like, the name is nicer than the product. It's no need, just because tortellini martini sounds fun, it doesn't need to exist. And bear in mind that's at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
And we put vodka in it.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand why you're so energetic on this morning. And it's like, it's such a strange way of doing things, because usually people don't go on a television show to talk about something until they've got the thing. Whereas I've never been on something before to talk about something that doesn't exist yet.
We haven't even
come up with an idea. It's an idea.
It's it's the idea of an idea.
Yeah, and so it's really interesting. And actually, we've had a lot of really interesting feedback, I think, from the first couple of episodes that have come out. again, really overwhelmingly positive, but also really constructive.
Yes.
People really wanting to get involved in the business.
Which is amazing because we want and we need as many of you as possible to get involved. If you sign up to the Patreon, then you can become part of this whole process, which is hugely important. If you haven't heard the first couple of episodes to get a broader sense of what Joel and I are trying to do with the businessmen, do go back and have a listen, because hopefully that will explain sort of in some steps where we are and why we're here.
And
But
it's free as well, that Patreon, by the way. It's completely free. It's just a way of getting more sort of immersed in what we're essentially talking about, and everything about the podcast is on there.
I think one of the things that has been incredible is I think we started talking about what we should prioritise with our skincare, with the business and all those sorts of things. What's the one thing we need to prioritise at the start of our journey was the question that we put on the Patreon. And Kelly said, apart from pens, because yes, we hadn't got a pen at this.
I'm holding one.
We've both got pens today.
I'm holding one.
And why have you got that pen, Joel?
Ben gave it to me. Ben gave it to me. Actually, you know what? I've got another pen in my pocket.
Did you come with a pen?
I brought one from home. I saw one. I weirdly have pens, loads of pens next to my bed. Because
so you can draw your wife.
Yes, I can. Yes, I paint her like one of my French girls, and I because I take my trousers off when I often get late at night from gigs and all of that TV stuff. And
First
I take
thing
my
you do is take your trousers off.
And I think, I don't want to put the pen in the washing machine.
No.
So I always take the pens out. And so I've got this weird little pot of pens and it looks like a weird sex thing, but it's not. It's just a pot of pens.
Whenever those ideas strike.
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be.
Never had one yet. Never had one yet. So carry on.
So what Kelly says, apart from pens, maybe prioritise the different skin types you will be marketing to: oily, dry, sensitive, young, old, with or without SPF. Are you trying to reach all types or specific ones?
Yeah. All valid
I think
points.
that's a really interesting question. I don't think we want to alienate anybody necessarily, but if we're too broad, then that might make it tricky to sort of be the best it can be to everyone. It might need to be more specific.
It is a sort of thing of what sort of type of skin type are you, and then using a brand off the back of that. And what kind of skin type are you? Does your makeup artist tell you what type of skin you have?
I don't know. I've got sort of relatively sort of. I'm a decent mix. It's not too oily, but it's not too dry.
I know it's really boring, but I'm the same.
Yeah, I think
it's they call it combination skin.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah,
Grace in there. We have combination skin.
Yeah, so it's like maybe that's a male thing again, but my wife definitely. She's like always talks about the fact she has oily skin. Maybe the fact that women use makeup more, it might sort of factor in different types of skin. But mine, if I use a lot of oily products, it goes really oily, and if I wash it a lot, it goes. At the moment, I'm sort of trying lots of different cleansers just for the sort of basis of
research purposes.
And
so we're combination skin.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about SPF, though, because SPF is really, really important, obviously, but it's very difficult as well. You have to be very careful with SPF when you're putting it into skincare products. Ultimately, what we design, what we come up with, and what hopefully we eventually launch will all be done very carefully. But I think there's really interesting point that Kelly makes about sort of making sure we know who we're aiming at, what skin types.
Yeah, we need to hone in on that.
Thank you, Kelly.
Victor said, who's the audience specifically? Comedians with kids between 35 and 50 from the UK might be a bit too tight.
They all need help, though, quite frankly. Have you seen some of those comedians?
I mean, we all need help, certainly.
They don't get out very much during daylight hours.
Might not need to put the SPF in for the comedians. My facialist, I do have a facialist.
Of course you do.
Don't see them enough, but she said that there is UV that comes from stage lights.
Is there?
And so you actually also need to use SPF even if you're in a
little
studio.
Bit like you would if you were under a sunbed.
There must be something there. Don't get tanned by it.
We had a friend at school, really lovely guy called Rob, and he was at school and he was in the boarding house at school, and he found a lamp in a skip, And he took the lamp out the skip because he needed a lamp on his desk, and he put the lamp on his desk, and he was doing all his work under this lamp.
Oh my God, I can see where this is going, and it's amazing.
Really bad headaches, and one side of his face got really tanned, and he realised that actually it was a sun lamp he was doing his homework under. It was Rob Smith, a really, really top bloke was Rob, and it took him about half a term to realise he'd spent the whole term just tanning one side of his face while he was doing his homework.
At the end of the time, he looked like a truck driver, just like with one side of his face.
Oh, I miss Rob. I hope Rob's good wherever he is, and his other face is evened up by now. You've got a son that's wild.
Yep.
But you know what is wild?
What?
A small business in the UK gets hit by a cyber attack every 19 seconds.
That is so much. That's almost 20.
Yeah, most people, of course, don't even see it coming. That's why BT Business is stepping in, because cybercrime isn't just a big business problem anymore.
So our new business needs a cybersecurity plan, Ben.
What it needs is BT's complete cloud secure, gives you enterprise-level protection tailored to your business size, maybe even just like ours.
Oh, well, we really do need help, don't we?
We need the security awareness training. It helps your team spot threats before they become disasters. And you know what? It must be so frustrating when you got your product right, only for it to fail because you've had a cybersecurity fail.
Mm-hmm. We will not let this happen.
No. So don't wait for a breach to take action. Head to business.bt.com or search BT Business Cybersecurity.
Because cybersecurity is everyone's business.
Breach, brother.
Breach. Grace, our producer, has just asked me to sort of elaborate what a facialist does. Essentially, it's someone who gives me a facial.
Oh.
I probably do it once every...
other day?
Once every other day. I'd probably do it once...
a week?
Every two, maybe every 3 months. I should do it more.
No.
But frankly, I haven't got time and it's expensive and I'm tight. It's expensive.
It's expensive, but she does a good job.
She does a great job. And actually, for me, it's the most relaxed I am ever.
Really?
Honestly, because you can't have a phone. You can't.
How long does it take?
Massages, I feel weird about. I just feel weird about massages.
Hold on, you feel weird about massages, but not a facial?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like when they.
What are you doing in a massage that makes you feel weird?
I don't trust them.
You don't trust them or you?
I don't trust myself to
to hold on. You don't trust your blood flow.
Yeah. I've got a really bad story that I need to tell you about, but I don't think we've got time. Like, I need to tell you about once when I.
Suddenly, there's a lot of time appeared on the podcast.
Oh, I don't know. I've got. Look, do you want me to tell you about? I went on for a couples massage, and this time I went for a couples massage with my wife. Look, I'm gonna get to it really quickly. Is it worth it? No. Is it? I don't. I've got to tell it now. I've got to tell it now. Went for a couples massage, and this lady. We were on holiday, and first of all, we were waiting for the masseuses to arrive, and we had these sort of net. They were like fishnet pants on.
Oh,
yeah.
So.
It doesn't look good.
They look like a bag of Brussels sprouts.
Yes, it did. It looked like my penis is about to do a bank job. And
Dick Turpin's in. Yeah. He's the dandy highwayman. What are you going to do with that?
The sperm bank, of course. So we were there in our pants, things. Two masseuses started walking towards the beds.
You and your little...
Yeah, me and my little things.
Things.
And one of them was beautiful. She was really beautiful. And the other one was the oldest person I've ever seen alive.
Okay.
She was so old. And
but
obviously
wise.
My wife was like, which one do you want? Testing me. And she goes, and so I passed the test because I was like, I want the one who witnessed the dinosaurs. And so she was, it was amazing. Massage was
great
incredible
massage.
Because she's been doing it for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And then we turned over. So
you face down initially.
Okay. We both turned over. I'm on
Could
my
you
back.
see Hannah at this point? Were you? Because in that, I get the gig. You were. I'd have been giggling. I couldn't concentrate.
I'd never had a couples massage before, and it was it was just very strange, just having a massage in front of in front of my wife. It was weird, but it's a very strange thing, a couples massage. I don't really get it.
Were you on a massage table with your face through the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It's completely normal. It wasn't like I was with my face
sounds
through the hole
completely
and then Hannah's on a normal bed underneath looking up.
In your netting.
Yeah. And so when I turned over, I was on my back. This lady then just was on my leg. She does goes up on my leg and she just brushes with her fingers my
little dot,
my testicle. Ooh. Just the edge of my testicle in the pants. And I thought that was clearly a mistake.
Was that part of the... No.
I thought, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
And then she did it 400 more times. And she just kept on doing it over and over and over again. And I was like, what is she doing? Like,
At this point, Hannah's turned over as well.
Yeah, so she's turned over.
She can see this lady...
No, because we both got our eyes closed. We were enjoying the massage.
But were you not opening your eyes going, I've got to... What's happening here?
I was just kind of like uncomfortable. I didn't really know what to do with the whole... I was like, and then... But then I didn't say anything, and then she kept on going. I was like, what nothing's going to happen. Like, what she thinks is going to happen. And then she did it for so long, something started to happen. Perseverance really kicked in. And then something started, and then I was
That's wisdom and age. She
yes,
knew. She's
knew.
done it long enough.
She's done this before. And
you knock at a door hard enough.
She was also knocking at my door. And so she was...
How did we get onto this, by the way?
I can't remember. I'm so sorry. What type of skin do you have, Ben? And then I was like, oh, no.
Combo. His and hers.
I can't do anything. And obviously the pants, the netting pants do less the more that something happens because the holes get bigger.
It's the structure gets
compromised.
Yes.
And then... So I didn't say anything. But this is the mad thing. So I was trying to do everything to make something not happen. I was trying. What are
you doing? What are you going through in your head?
First thing, I opened my eyes to just see the oldest woman that's ever lived.
Yeah. But that didn't help.
It weirdly made it worse.
Strange.
And when I opened my eyes, she was laughing. So she was communicating with the young lady, finding the whole thing funny.
So the two of them are together. Yes. It's a conspiracy.
And so they were like, and I was like, I'm trapped. I don't know what to do because I can't at this point go like, no, because my wife's like, how long's that been there? So I just kind of, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And that's clearly what she does. That's her thing. She massages men in front of their wives, makes them become aroused, and then they have a divorce. She steals their joy and then lives forever. And I was uncomfortable, and obviously the massage finished, did nothing, went down fine.
That's not particularly relaxing at that point.
No.
What did Hannah notice?
She didn't notice because I didn't say anything, and I told her afterwards, and she found it. She laughed for, I'm going to say, about 45 minutes.
So she did quite enjoy it.
Yeah, she was just like that. Okay. I think because she had some context of seeing sort of imagining this lady.
Yeah. Joel, that's really disturbing.
I know.
And extraordinarily amusing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, okay. I was absolutely fine. And but yeah, that's why I don't like massages. That's why we got to do this.
Thank you for your questions. It's amazing what they stimulate.
Yeah, they really do.
In more ways than one. If you would like to send us some questions and get involved, do sign up to the Patreon. It is free, as Joel said, and we would love as many of you as possible to get involved. We need to garner as big a community as possible as we move forward with the business, because we want your advice, your help, your support, your ideas to try and make this thing come to life.
Yes, we do. It is invaluable. We really appreciate you guys listening and getting in touch. So, keep getting in touch if you have any thoughts.
Now, I feel like we might be getting a little bit behind on the business thing.
Okay, God.
We have optimism, we have enthusiasm, we have lots of things, but we haven't really achieved very much. So I've got someone joining us today, Joel. It's a mate of mine called Russ. He is no nonsense. We've known each other for many, many years, but he's here to come and talk about the business and get us locked in. He's launched loads of businesses, most recently Gemma Tonic, Gemma Atkinson's amazing skincare business, which is absolutely flying. And I know exactly what's been involved with that. He's going to come and help out. He's an ad man originally. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like the British Don Draper.
Oh.
Don Draper or Big Ron Manager. Mm-hmm. One or other of those two things. So strap in, because Russ is going to tell us where we need to be, what we need to be doing, and essentially, I think he's going to give us a kick up the arse.
That's what we need.
So it feels like now's the right time to introduce everybody on the podcast to Russ Schaller, who is here in the studio. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening, he is a vision in plaid. As we talk alongside me. Russ and I have been mates for over 40 years.
Yeah.
We were at school together, and Russ is one of the execs on the podcast and comes from a world of advertising and brand launches and product development and all that sort of stuff. So he's been very much involved. But Russ, now's the right time to get you on to the podcast because it feels like Joel and I have been meandering.
Yeah.
Quite significantly. As you are aware, we are easily distracted.
Yeah, there's been a lot of chat, clearly, because it's a podcast, so which is great.
Yeah.
And we're all happy about that. But I think
We need some action.
we need a little bit of action. But I think the first things first, you need to actually get stuff down on paper or on a screen somewhere.
We've got pens.
We've got
I know
pens.
that's a really good start. And
Keep also writing things down and then losing the piece of paper that I write things down on. So
keep those things together in a book.
a
Yeah.
binder.
That's why now's the time for Russ.
Yeah.
I'm full of gratitude. And also, we can use the flip chart. It's been here all series so far. So the
flip chart there.
we can actually.
Who knew?
Where did that come from? Before we get started, though,
Yeah.
because I know you are chomping at the bit to actually get us to do something. Just can you explain to all of our podcast listeners and watchers on YouTube your background, what it is that you've done, why you are the right person to be sitting alongside me, other than the fact that we've been at school together?
I'm a person. I don't know if I'm the right person, but 25 years in the ad industry, in the creative departments of advertising agencies. I don't know if you know that much about the industry, but there are 4 different departments. There's strategy, there's account management, there's creative, there's production, and everyone kind of works seamlessly together. And it's changed a lot over the years, but I was in the creative department, so coming up with the ideas and executing on the ideas with the production department. So that taught me a lot. I worked with a lot of fascinating people, lots of different diverse skill sets. We had to learn how to write for radio, for television, for print, and they're all very, very different.
Big ad campaigns and things like that.
That's right, yeah. Big ad campaigns for lots of big brands. Brands including Coca-Cola, lots of car brands,
Any
banks.
skincare brands?
Yeah, I worked a lot, for around 2 years with Nivea,
Did you?
Beiersdorf Group,
Interesting.
yeah. So Nivea Men.
Oh, with all the Liverpool, that was
That's
the
right.
footballers you were working with, yeah?
That's right. This is a long time ago. Advertising has changed a lot. It's a lot more digitally focused now. A lot more around performance marketing, which is the data analytics side.
Right.
Anyway, cut a long story short, I moved out of that industry, took everything I learned from it and started working with startups, but my own, in fact, to begin with. Set up a beverage company with Sergio Aguero,
The Sergio Aguero!
the legendary Sergio Aguero, and we learned a lot
Yeah.
in that process, particularly how not to work with a celebrity when you're launching a brand, I would say. So, and I think that's really key, is experience in failing, experience in knowing not what to do.
Right.
Helps you learn what to do, clearly.
We are great at failing.
We're great at that.
We are doing failing so well.
It's one of my favourite things.
Yeah. So
You heard of a massage I had once? Didn't get much of a massage.
Was that a failure? I'm not sure.
Some would consider it a
Some would say
success.
a huge
To be honest, as I
huge
get
success.
older and older, it's becoming more of a success.
Yeah, so the industry's changed. I moved out, worked with Sergio Aguero, brought a brand to life from scratch and learned a lot in that process. And what I've done more recently is move into that space for a bit longer. So I help startups from scratch start up, because I always say that the idea is the easy bit. It's actually making it happen. That's the hard bit.
Yeah.
So how do you start from scratch? How do you build that team? How do you build the team with all the right types of people in it? But the first thing that you need to do is understand what is your idea, and I think that's what we kind of need to nail a little bit. And then we can start talking about, okay, next steps, because where we need to get to is a community that's going to help you develop these products.
Yeah.
Because ordinarily, a brand will use focus groups. to develop a new product. And startups now more than ever are starting to use real live data, albeit in much smaller quantities than we're trying to do here, because you have a profile, both of you. The best thing to do is actually call to your audiences and use and ask them to be part of this journey.
Well, we want them to be hopefully keen to buy the products and use the products. We want them to enjoy them and use them as well. So being able to get their thoughts and feelings about it would be really valuable.
And then once we've established that community, and I'm going to put a figure out in a second of the kind of community we need to establish. It's quite a chunky one. Once we've got that, then we can start to develop and bring on board our developer Angela, who I'll introduce you to further down the line.
So she's a product developer.
She's a product developer, and she and I have worked on another project quite recently called Gem and Tonic with Gemma Atkinson. And the wonderful thing about working with Gemma was how authentic she was with her audience and how quickly she was able to bring them into that development space. So I think by the time we launched, we had 60,000 women who had been involved in that process.
Wow.
With Angela, who is obviously a specialist in her own right. And it just made for a really good launch pad, not just for validating the products, but also for launching to a market that's already there with the desire, and that's key.
And they've helped develop the stuff, so they're going to be keen to try it when eventually it comes, right?
That's right.
What's the community we're going to need then, Russ?
So I've set the stalls out at 50,000 in my mind by the time we launch, but initially I'd love to get to 10,000 to start working with an audience of that size would mean a lot.
10,000 by when?
10,000. Well, I'm hoping by the end of the year, so by Christmas. 10,000 in a community that are helping develop. Yeah.
So we are
currently... Thanks very much for coming in, Russ. Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Been an absolute pleasure.
You know, when you said you've got really good at working out how to fail, I think that we'll be able to achieve that yet again. No, wait, 10,000 by Christmas. We are now currently the 21st of October as we record this podcast now. Podcast number 4 in the Businessmen.
That's right, yeah.
So we've got about under 2 months.
Yes, that's right.
To try and get 10,000, to convert 10,000 of our listeners, 10,000 of the viewers on YouTube to join our Patreon and help join this community to be a part of this.
Yeah, and then they'll start receiving surveys that will inform where the business goes.
And why would they get involved? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the incentive for them?
Yeah, I guess to have a hand in, what would be the biggest skincare study in the UK.
For men.
For men. Sorry, yeah, for men. You're right.
I think that's really, but actually, to be fair, now therein lies something really quite interesting, isn't it? That it's 2025 and potentially as part of our project and our idea, which is to launch a skincare brand, that there's never been a bigger survey of men than 10,000, let's say.
Yeah.
Done, which I think in itself is a fascinating thing from research purposes, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a lot of the bigger brands they do many surveys and they commission them a lot. I would say, that the biggest that I've seen to date, Harry's did one that involved 9,000, something like that.
Okay.
When they went to launch. But it's so essential to understand your market before you put something out there. One of the other things that's really difficult for you two is your social following is actually 70% women.
Yes.
I had a look.
We're fit. We're so fit.
They know how easy we are.
and weirdly, the other 30% also think we're fit. So it's like...
But because of that, we need to make sure that the people that we bring into the community are actually answering as men, for men.
So, what I think we are aware of, because we've been discussing this, is that there's a statistic which is 80% of male skincare is bought by women. So I think, somewhere around that, right? It was a high proportion, a high percentage.
This was a while ago. I mean, I haven't been in the industry for a while.
But it's a high percentage. It's still bought. So it's bought for partners, for brothers, sisters, brothers, uncles, whatever it is. Sons. Yeah. So there is a value to having female input to this, but equally, if we do have a large female following, which is great, that they can maybe engage the male members of their families or whatever to sort of say, Ben and Joel are doing this thing, I think you might be quite interested in doing this if you give it a go.
Yeah.
And hopefully, because of the podcast and the nature of the podcast will have a more of a male skewed listen as well.
Yes. Well, we hope, and I guess that then forms the idea of a social campaign from you guys, which is get your partner involved in this.
Yeah.
If you want to look like this, or if you want to feel like this, if you want to, have skin as good as this, get your partner involved.
Point more at Ben than
It might not be enough. We have to look. It's iterative. We have to try it and see what happens, and see what sort of numbers we're getting, and then go again with.
So the dream is 10,000 by Christmas.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
So you guys, you can have all that I should say, can have all the best ideas in the world, but if we don't have that market, don't have that community telling us what they want, then it's worthless.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes the idea, all the time, the idea is the easy bit.
It's the execution.
It's the execution. It's the understanding.
So interesting. So they're going to be like fully, all of those people are going to be fully involved in all of the process, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine what that involves.
Yeah.
So everything from helping you guys name the brand to what the brand is in business to do.
And they'll get the chance to vote on all of those things. They'll get a chance to offer up the ideas that, we will put those out for them. We need all of their feedback. We need them to tell us what they want.
That's right.
I want to have the biggest skincare survey done for men ever.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else. I want that.
But if we get that, we're really onto something, because
it's
we'll have
exciting.
so much information at our fingertips.
If we can engage that many people that want, and that many men particularly that are interested, men, young men, boys, teenagers, whatever it is, that are starting to use skincare products, that are interested in understanding that.
Yeah.
That feels about 10,000 by Christmas.
10,000 by Christmas. Yeah, well,
Christmas.
I mean,
we've got to start somewhere. So why
what
not
happens
aim
if we
high?
don't get that?
Well, like I said, statistically, if we could work from a product formulation point of view with
less.
1,200, right?
But we want more.
But we want more, because what we want as a company then off the back of that is the PR attached to it. We are doing the biggest survey.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
It's a great story. Plus, the other thing that's really important that we haven't discussed yet, we need the money. The
investment.
Yeah. And no one's going to take this seriously unless you've got, really good validation. The validation will help de-risk the venture. And that's what an investor is looking for. And I'll introduce you to Ash, who will deal with that further down the line. But we need to give him something that we can actually approach investors with.
Is it too much of an early day to sort of say, Russ, if we're looking by 10,000 say that we make it, or even if we don't quite get there, what's the timeline of this whole thing? Are we looking, when will we have a physical product to touch to be able to put in the hand of a person?
Dr. Amir wanted it on Friday. We were drinking tortellini martinis. It wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
But that was exciting.
I think he's a year premature, if I'm being honest.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's with the skin, anything you put on your body or inside your body, there's going to be a lot of regulations and hoops to jump through for obvious reasons.
You've taken risks in the past and it didn't work, did it?
I wish I'd taken regulations on things I put in my body in the past. That is true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah. It's much better that it comes with a kite mark, not a kite.
Okay.
So look, I mean, I've written down a few of the things from a product development point of view that we can go through. And like, just to give you an idea, and this is something that Angela will take over when she jumps on board. So this is your timeline. This is what you guys have got to be working to. 10,000 surveys by the end of November. Whilst we're collecting those surveys, you'll be conceptualizing your range. You'll be formulating the product early next year, sorting your packaging in February, testing the product in a lab in April, get the packaging made in June, make the product in July. The pre-order is going to start around July, and then we officially launch the brand in September.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Sounds easy. Let's do it.
It's a busy year, Joel.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
You know he's going to the jungle for a bit as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do realise that, but he's got to work, unfortunately.
God damn it.
How confident are we about hitting this timeline, do you think? Look, so from my perspective, I think it would be amazing if we can start gathering a big enough community to really start getting the answers that we will need and that Angela needs as soon as possible. So we will work really hard at trying to do that on our socials and get everybody involved. By Christmas, 10,000 is a massive ask, but willing to give it a go, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure.
Beyond that, I think if we can get the reaction and the responses that we're after, from the initial reaction we've had from friends and people that we've talked about, and the initial response we've had from the podcast, it feels like there's something quite sort of engaged by the people listening, and our listeners and our viewers, just to say, actually, we feel like there's an opportunity here. We feel like there's something that's needed.
Yeah, I think the men's market has been really overlooked. Like you said it yourself, there hasn't been a study done at the scale that we want to be doing it. And that proves it's kind of overlooked. If you go into any pharmacy across the country, I won't name any names necessarily, but Boots, you go in, you see all the women's
Massive
skincare.
range,
There's huge amounts, and you go to the little tiny area for men, and you've got
so true.
You've got your regulars in there. I mean, and also you've got your newcomers, and there are some really good newcomers as well.
Yep.
We're going to be up a lot against some really stiff competition. So no, we've got to find that gap, and I don't know what it is. And then at the same time, bring some confidence to the male market.
Yeah.
And I think you've talked about this before, Joel.
Yeah.
Giving men the confidence to feel confident about skincare.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's, giving them that confidence to use it in the first place, or giving them the confidence in knowing what that routine is, giving them that education, giving them confidence in their skincare so that they then can use it and hopefully have more confidence as an output. I think that's sort of the end goal. Whether it happens or not is another thing. But yeah, fascinating. This has been great, Russ, genuinely. I think we needed to sort of sit down and do this and tell the listener as well that timeline, so it feels like it's genuinely a real thing. Otherwise, it can feel all a bit... a bit like a flight of fancy.
We got this really lovely question and message. I was just looking at it from Scott on the Patreon. Thank you for this, Scott. And he's asking about super sensitive skin.
Right.
He suffers from a condition that's super sensitive, dry skin, the change of weather, and he has to look after his skin and apply creams. I think starting with real clean feeling moisturiser that is naturally scented to be almost entry level gateway into getting men interested would be helpful. But here's the line. I think this is something that the reaction that we've had, that I think Scott has put his finger on, is with you guys at the face of this, it could be the start of a bit of a revolution. Now, not beginning to say that there's a revolution, but there is a level of trust that Joel and I don't take for granted because of what we do and how we do it, that we will have to harness with regards to what we're doing. And if we can be the gateway for men, like you say, to feel confident about going in and trying something with their skin. So hopefully people like Scott, who clearly has to look after his skin because he has a condition where it gets very dry, but people that aren't necessarily interested till now and think, actually, I'm thinking about trying to do something, but I don't know where to start. And I want it to be easy and straightforward and not fussy and effective. Then that feels quite exciting. It's a responsibility as well, though. I mean, the timeline and the numbers and all that sort of stuff is responsibility. But that's what we wanted to do, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Keep things simple, and sometimes, sort of a way in is someone you know and trust from television. Do you know what I mean? And I know I'm oversimplifying it, but that trust. Yeah. Especially that you have, Ben. I'm not saying people trust me, but it's. I think it's. Hopefully, again, if this process we've gone through to make sure that we've got a product that we really de-risk it, make sure it works, make sure it's exactly what people want. Then hopefully, like Scott says, let's bloody start a revolution, mate.
Start a revolution.
Can I just say, though,
Yes.
you do have homework to do.
Okay.
And you do need to get a brand mission, brand values, and product principles down and decided for us to at least go and test it.
Okay.
Ask that community.
So brand mission,
yeah,
brand values,
yeah,
product principles.
yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like we talked a lot about that over the past 4 episodes, but I don't feel like we've actually gone, this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's this. So, and then a name sort of falls into that, really, doesn't it? So it's like we need. I also don't know whether we should talk about it anymore. I think it needs to be like
do you know
next
what I think
episode.
you should do? Go away on your own.
Needs to be a thing.
Focus
Done.
on it. Come back with your ideas. I mean, workshops for me are always about coming back together once you've had a thought, think about it, because otherwise you end up just tossing bad ideas around.
He's done enough of that.
I've done a lot of that. This has been great. I've
Thank
loved
you,
this.
Russ.
No worries.
Thanks for keeping us on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, and we know you're in the background all the time, but it's good to get your voice and face on the podcast for people to get a sense of how we're being driven and what we're trying to keep us honest as well and accountable.
No problem.
I've written something down.
Oh,
Good.
okay. I'm ready.
I'm looking forward.
This is just an example of where the homework's going to take me.
Go on.
Okay, essentially, it's me trying to do homework, so I don't have to do homework
On the bus. On the bus.
doing
Right?
it. I've been doing it on the bus. I don't know whether this is. I don't know whether this is a brand mission, brand value, or a product principle. But bring confidence to men to believe in their longevity. Does that make sense?
Believe in the longevity.
I think
how
bring
old.
confidence to men to trust or to believe it.
You just say it's shit, mate. It's absolutely fine.
No.
No.
There's no such thing as a bad idea. Come
Thanks
on.
very much for joining us, guys. That's been it. Join up to the Patreon.
So he has left us the aftermath of Russ.
10,000 signatures by Christmas feels a tall order.
I mean, I love the chat. We love a challenge, right?
Yes.
But that does feel like a huge number of people to sign up to get involved, engaged.
Well, it's an interesting thing for us. Like we've said before on the podcast, it's like we both love doing that things of like Tough Mudders, marathons, going for these challenges. I don't think I've ever sort of had something that's this sort of challenge before, and it does frighten me more than the sort of thought of failure is scary.
Yeah, and we're very good at failing.
We're very good at failing,
as we stand, which is why we need you guys more than ever. We need you to go to Patreon. We need you to go to the Patreon, which is in the link in the bio for the podcast. We need you to click on it. We need you to join the community. We absolutely understand that that's a commitment from you to this whole process, and we can't say thank you enough. We will find a way of saying thank you properly down the line, won't we? I'm sure. But give us your knowledge, give us your thoughts, give us your ideas by just going to the link in the bio and signing up to the Patreon. Completely free, Joel.
It's completely free, and like we said, further down the line, I assume there will be benefits in terms of sort of samples and products and things like that, and discounts and stuff that we can offer you. I'm saying that as if I know that's a thing. I have no idea that's a thing.
I'm going to hold you to it.
But I feel like it needs to be a thing.
And if you don't have product or samples, then I will expect you to deliver your own.
I will deliver them in my own little van to all of the people who need to have them. And I really just want to have the biggest survey of men about skincare in the country ever. I just feel like that's genuinely an important thing to have going forward for us, and not just for us, for other people too.
For sure. And that data can then be used for all sorts of purposes, really important purposes, undoubtedly.
Yeah. Let's do it, Ben.
Come on, Joel. The revolution starts here. Thank you, as ever, for listening. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube if you're listening on the podcast, wherever you're getting them. Massively appreciate it. Share it if you've got people you think would be interested in coming on this journey and just like to hear more about Joel's misadventures in a massage parlour somewhere around the world, wherever that may have been.
Yes, or if you are that lady, get in touch.
And we've got homework to do, Joel.
Come on. I love a bit of homework.
Brand mission, brand values, product principles, and biscuits.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring the biscuits. You do the other three.
We'll see you next week, people.
The Businessmen, sponsored by BT Business.
This is a Sony Music Entertainment production. The hosts are Joel Dommett and Ben Shephard. The producers are Robbie Williams, not that one, and Grace Laker. The studio manager is Josh Gibbs, and the production manager is Jen Mistry. The exec producers are Alex Lauders, Chris Skinner, Russ Shaller, and Ash Saddle.